Okay, so good morning all of you. So today's class would be for class 6 SST History chapter 2 Early Humans, that is vlog number 2. I have discussed in the previous vlog, in the vlog number 1, that um, how the Stone Age is distributed among the three parts, three different stages of the human existence, that is Paleolithic Age, Mesolithic Age and the Neolithic Age. We are going to study about the Paleolithic and the Mesolithic, but Neolithic Age we don't have to study in this part. In our syllabus, Neolithic Age is not there. Okay, so certain points I have written for Paleolithic Age and certain points I have written for the Neolithic Age over here on the board. You can get it now only, you can get it, the whole board, you can note it down. We are going to discuss about these topics only and find out a major difference, or a not major difference, what are the literal differences between the Paleolithic and the Mesolithic Age. We would find out over here only. So we have to discuss about the Paleolithic and the Mesolithic. Paleolithic Age starts from the 5 lakh BC to 10,000 BC. This is the time period for the Paleolithic Age. Okay, now I am going to study from the page number 19. Okay, Paleolithic Age, class 6 SST books. So all of you follow from the book, take out your books, page number 19, left hand side bottom paragraph, that is Paleolithic Age 5 lakh to 10,000 BC. I am going to start from there. The term Paleolithic is derived from the Greek word paleo, means old, and lithos means stone. Paleo means old and lithos means stone. So old stone, that is the old stone age. The other name of Paleolithic is old stone age. This age comprises of 99% of human history. This age is the most important age or the time period of the human history because it comprises of almost the 99% of the human history. Okay, 99% of the time is covered over here only. So the first point is hunting and gathering food. So how did the people in this age used to hunt and gather food? So you can see over there, people hunting for the mammoths. Mammoths means the big elephants. Okay, they used to how they used to hunt for the animals over there. Small image is given on page number 19 only. You can see by the help of spears they are hunting down of mammoths, the big elephants. I am reading from the hunting and the gathering of food. Paleolithic humans were mainly nomads. They moved in groups, hunted wild animals, and collected fruits, roots, seeds for food. As food resources could not support a growing population in one place, so they moved from one place to another. They always moved in groups to protect themselves from wild animals. Okay, so the Paleolithic humans were actually nomads. Nomads means, you know this word. Nomads are in Hindi it can be called as Banjaras. Okay, who move from one place to another on a regular basis or a regular interval of time in search of food, water, and everything. They used to live in groups only. Okay, they used to live in groups so that there is protection. Actually, group gives you protection only. Shelter and clothing, the second point. They lived in caves where they used to live and what they used to wear as clothes. Okay, so shelter and clothing is the topic. They lived in caves, trees or natural rocks, shelters to protect themselves from wild animals. They used to live in caves, on trees or natural rocks to protect themselves from the wild animals. They used hides of animals or leaves and barks of trees to cover their body. They used the hides of the animal. Hides means the skin of the animal or the leaves or the bark of the tree to cover their body. These clothes protected them from heat and cold. These clothes were protecting them from the heat and cold of the environment. Next topic is the art. What was the art factor of this Paleolithic age people? What they used to do for artistic values and all. Okay, so towards the end of Paleolithic age, beautiful cave paintings started appearing in various sites around the world. Towards the end of the Paleolithic age, people started painting in the cave painting. Actually, they were painting on the cave walls. Okay, now also you can find in certain caves, certain paintings are done. Okay, appearing in various sites around the world. Some famous cave painting sites are, some of the famous sites of cave paintings you can find where? In Altamira in Spain. Lascaux in France, and Bhimbetka in India. Most of the cave paintings were of animals such as wild horses, aurochs, and older wild form of cattle, bison, woolly rhinoceros, reindeer, and bear. Mainly, they used to paint on the cave walls of animals. Paintings was done for the animals like horses, cattle, bisons, rhinoceros, reindeer, and bear. All those things they used to paint over there. These paintings had bright colored made from minerals like ochre or iron ore and charcoal. They used to paint not using the paint colors that we use nowadays on the paper. They used to use mineral ores. Okay, like iron ore, charcoal. Charcoal is the black carbon. Okay, and ochre. Ochre is a red colored sand. Okay, which gives red color. So some cave painting is given in page number 20. You can turn over to page number 20. You can see some cave paintings are given over there. Okay. Now discovery of fire. The next topic is discovery of fire. How they discovered fire? Because fire was not before that, not there in existence before that. Discovery of fire. Page number 20, bottom part. Fire was the most important discovery of this age. Early humans accidentally discovered how to control and use fire. They might have noticed sparks when two pieces of flint stones or two sticks rubbed against each other discover each other. Okay, so fire was the most important discovery of this age. Paleolithic age was giving discoveries to many things, but one of the most important discoveries was fire. And how it was? Early humans accidentally discovered this, how to control and use of fire. They accidentally discovered the fire. They were not discovering or thinking about discovering fire. They accidentally discovered it and they learned how to control it also and use it also. Okay, they might have noticed sparks when they might have noticed that sparks were coming out when two pieces of stones were rubbed together, or the two sticks are rubbed together, rub against each other nicely. They might have experienced those sparks of fire, and then they use those sparks of fire to burn small leaves or twigs or stems. Okay. Discovery of fire was one of the most important discoveries made by humans. Discovery of fire was one of the most important discoveries made by the humans. They used fire in many ways. They used fire to scare the wild animals, warm up their caves during cold winter days and nights, cook meat, and to see in the dark. And to see in the dark also, because in the night time they were having no light sources to see anywhere. Traces of ash have been found in Kurnool caves in India. Traces of ash we can find over there also in Kurnool caves in India. Tools and weapons. What type of tools the Paleolithic age people? You can see two people, two person is sitting side by side in the picture given over there, and they are burning a fire together. Okay, near the cave. Tools and weapons. What types of tools and weapons they were using in the Paleolithic age? In the beginning, early humans used their hands to kill animals or gather food. In the earlier age, they were having no tools, only their hands to gather food and everything. So it was not an easy task to kill animals and dig out roots with bare hands. If they used to dig out the roots with the bare hands, only with the help of a hand, you have to dig out the soil to take out the roots, or you have to kill the animals with your own hands. That is very much difficult job. Okay, on the basis of the changes in the shapes of the stones of the stone tools, the old stone age can be divided into three stages. That is why the old stone age, that is the Paleolithic age, can be divided into three level of stone age, that is the lower, middle, and upper. Okay, the lower Paleolithic age, middle up Paleolithic age, and upper Paleolithic age. It is based on the types of tools they were using, shapes and sizes they were using in the different level of time of the Paleolithic age. So the I'm reading from page number 20, last paragraph. The weapons and tools of the lower Paleolithic age comprised the hand axe and the cleaver. Okay, in the lower Paleolithic age, in the first part, in the lower Paleolithic age, they were using the hand axe. Hand axe means axe. You can see, understand what is axe. Hand axe made up of stones and wood. They were using that, and a cleaver. Cleaver means a knife, but it is actually not a knife. It is a chopping knife, which is a little bit bigger in size, almost 1 or 2 foot long. Okay, you can call it as sword also. Means in between knife and sword, the thing that sometimes we call it as machete also. Okay, that is known as cleaver. Cleaver, generally it is used for chopping of meats. Okay, chopping of meats and bones. These tools have been found in the Sohan Valley and the Belan Valley. Okay, these tools are found in the Sohan and the Belan Valley. Hand axe was a pear-shaped tool with sharp edges on all the sides. Hand axe was a pear-shaped. Pear-shaped means almost like a triangular pear you have seen. Not mango, guava type something. Pear it is. Okay, and it is almost triangular in shape. So the hand axe was, the stone was triangular in shape. You can see the picture in page number 21. Hand axe, and they used to hold the stone like this, and it was having a sharp edge this side, and they used to cut it by the help of their hand only. Okay, so that was hand axe. Hand axe was a pear shaped tool with a sharp edge, and it was having all the sharp edges over here. Okay, all over its sides edges. It was used for cutting certain objects or for smashing certain things. They use this hand axe for cutting of certain objects or for smashing for certain things. The cleaver had a wide chisel type edge to cut other stones or small branches of trees. The cleaver, you can see the picture of the cleaver also. Cleaver was a wider in form, little bit bigger in size, and it was used to cut out the branches of the trees and certain bigger things. The tools of the Middle Paleolithic age consists of the flakes used as scrapers. These tools have also been found in the Sohan and the Narmada and the Tungabhadra valley. Scrapers was used to clean or scrape the skins of the animals. It was in the Middle Paleolithic age they understood the use of the small chips of the stones, and which was very sharp, and they used to use that sharp edge of the stones for cleaning and cleaning or scraping away the animal skin from the body. Okay, the tools of the Upper Paleolithic age comprise the blade and the burin. The tools and rock shelters have been found in Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra and Chota Nagpur plateau. Recent diggings have revealed these tools at Bhimbetka near Bhopal. So these type of tools were used over there. Blades were used, and burin were used. Burin means drills, a kind of drills was used. Okay. Now Paleolithic tools. The next topic is Paleolithic tools in page number 21. Paleolithic humans made stone tools using two main techniques. They used to make stone tools using two main techniques. How they used to make their tools? Number one technique is stone to stone, and number two is pressure flaking. Okay. How they used to do with stone to stone technique? Okay, I can make you understand. They used to take a stone and they used to break the stone by holding another stone in their hand and to hit it on certain angle so that a sharp edge used to come over here. You can see in the figure, stone to stone technique is given over there. They use two stones to make or carve another stone. Okay, by one stone the another stone was carved. That was the stone to stone technique. And pressure flaking is rubbing out means sharpening the edges. They used to rub with a lot of pressure like this. Okay, by the help of stones or wood or whatever, they used to take a stone piece and they used to take a wood piece and they used to carve out the wood by pressure flaking. That is known as the pressure flaking over there. Paleolithic sites in India. What are the Paleolithic sites? Or the sites means over here the places where Paleolithic people used to live in India. Okay, most of the Paleolithic sites have been found near sources of water such as rivers and lakes. Most of the sites were located in places where good quality of stone was available. Okay, so good quality of stones were available, or near the rivers or lakes only the sites are found. Okay, these sites were where people could make stone tools have been classified as factory sites. The sites which were used for making stone tools was classified as the factory sites. Okay. Sometimes in some sites people lived for a longer time. These sites are called habitation cum factory sites. Okay. In certain places what happened, the people used to live for a longer period of time. Those type of sites are known as the habitation. Habitation means living, come factory site, come means or factory site, because they used to make their stone tools over there only and they used to live over there only. Some habitation come factory sites in India are Hangsgi in Karnataka, Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh, and Kurnool caves in Tamil Nadu. Okay, you can see in the map also it is given Bhimbetka, Hangsgi and Kurnool caves. That is in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Now Mesolithic age, that is 10,000 BC, which is given on this side. You would be getting the board. Mesolithic age, that is from 10,000 BC to 8,000 BC. Around 12,000 years ago, there came a major change in the climate of the world. 12,000 years ago, there was a major climate change in the environment of the world. Okay, the climate became warm and dry. The climate became warm, little bit warm and dry. This was the end of the ice age. That time was the end of the ice age. Ice age, you know what is the ice age? When it was very cold on the earth, and normally all the ice was found everywhere. The climate became warm and dry. This was the end of the ice age. This in turn affected the life of the people and brought about changes in the flora and fauna all around the world. This affected the whole world. The sudden change in the temperature, sudden rise in the temperature, that the ice age has finished and the warmth has come in. The life of the people also changed, and the flora and fauna, the environment or the social surrounding also changed. Trees were laden with fruits and many wild grasses grew. Trees were full with fruits and lot of grasses also grew out. Number of animals. Number of animals such as deer, antelopes, goats, sheep, cattle, etc. that survived on grasses increased. Lot of animals used to increase in numbers due to the flourishness of the grass, because they used to eat only grasses. So now procuring food became easy. Now the getting food from the forest or the jungles, it became little bit easy because lot of animals were found. Changes happen in tools, food habits, shelter and living conditions. Changes took place in the tools also, or food habits, and the shelters also, and the living condition of the people. All these things were changed at that time. This period from 12,000 years ago to 10,000 years ago is called the Mesolithic age or the Middle Stone age. The first point we are going to cover over here is hunting and food gathering. During this period, initially they were hunters and gatherers. Yes, sir. Initially they were the hunters and gatherers, as in the Paleolithic age. Slowly they moved on from food gatherers to food growers through experimenting. Slowly they moved on from food gathering from the forest, to food growers. Means they used to do agriculture and all. They started experimenting on those things. They dropped the seeds on the grounds and watched them grow. They turned from a hunter gatherer to food producer. They turned from the hunter gatherer family to a food producer families. Okay. Tools and weapons. Stone tools of this period were sophisticated. Now the stone tools also became little bit sophisticated, means complex in nature and small in size, and the stone tools were also becoming small in size so that it can be carried easily and it would be helpful to use. They were called microliths. They were called microliths. They were tied to handles to bone and wood to make saws and sickles. They were tied around the bones of animals or to the wooden sticks to make the saws. Saws means a kind of knife which cuts out branches of trees, and sickles means knives or spears. Okay. However, older varieties of tools continued to be used to be in use. Older variety of tools were also being used at that time also. The beginning of art of making clay pots is also a significant development of this period. They learned the art of making a clay pot. Clay pot means, in Hindi you can say it as mitti ka ghada. Okay, the ghada and all those things. They used the clay to make pots, and this was one of the most important discoveries, because they used those clay pots as to bring water or store food and all those things. Okay, the beginning of art of making clay pots is also significant development of this period. Some of the important Mesolithic sites in India. What are the Mesolithic sites in India? Are Adamgarh in Madhya Pradesh, Adamgarh, which is found in Madhya Pradesh, and Bagor in Rajasthan. These two places are the most important sites of Mesolithic sites in India. For a very long time, humans led a nomadic life. About 10,000 BC, they began to study the food habits of animals and their breeding seasons. Gradually, they learned to rear these animals. Gradually, they learned to rear these animals and to benefit from the animals, milk, food, and everything, meat and everything. Like the cattles were reared and sheep were reared. They used to domesticate the animals. They started domesticating animals also. Gradually, they learned to rear these animals. They also learned to produce his own food and began living in a settled life. And then they used to live in a settled life, that permanent houses they build out of wood or stones and all those things. The next stage of development is the Neolithic. You will study about this in the next chapter. It is Neolithic age is not in the second chapter. It is actually in the third chapter, in which you will learn about the people, how they lived over there, because it is almost the modern age. So till here the chapter has finished. Your homework is to complete the exercise of this chapter, because this chapter is going to come in your second periodic test, and the civics part would be also given in the YouTube video, and maybe one or two videos it would finish. That is all for now. Thank you.